Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. David Mamet's masterpiece, American Buffalo, is returning to Broadway with a dynamite cast of Laurence Fishburne, Sam Rockwell, and Darren Criss. Under the direction of Neil Pepe, it will open on April 14th at the Circle Lima Square Theater, and we drop by the rehearsal room for a chat.
It's a great play. It's not a very long play, which is also cool. And it's got tons. It's like a filet mignon, There's no fat on it. It's just lean and mean.
Yeah. Look to my left. Look to my right. What more can I say?
Yeah, it's a theater kid's dream, I'm of the, there you go. Here's the
Payoff going on here.
Yeah, this is, I'm glad that we're all mutually excited about a lot of the same things about each other. I think that lends itself to the enthusiasm that we put into the work. It's just a dream to be, if I had a vision board as a kid, which I never did, but I think that doing American Buffalo in New York with these two guys would probably be a prominent space. Thank you.
Look, I got the iPods. Oh my God, I got the AirPods. Thank you, Sam.
Let's talk about your cast. Magical.
I know, amazing. I've been fans of all of them for a long time, and I've only known Darren's work in the past 3-4 years. But of course, Sam Rockwell, I knew him when I was a young actor. We both were coming up in the mid-'80s, and we had talked over the years about his passion for American Buffalo and that he always wanted to play Teach, and I never knew if I would direct him in it, but Jeffrey Richards, who I worked with twice on Broadway and Speed the Plow and Life in the Theater, approached me and said, Sam wants to do Teach on Broadway. Would Mamet was asking if he would be interested in directing. I said, of course. And then we found out that Laurence was interested in doing Don, which is perfect and amazing. And of course, I've known Laurence from I think he was 14 when he did Apocalypse Now. So seeing that young, amazing actor in the mid-'70s, and then watching all the incredible theater pieces he's done in film since then, that's a dream. And then seeing Darren, and first, because a lot of the kids we did Spring Awakening way back when, were on Glee, and so I knew of Darren's work on Glee, and then seeing The Assassination of Gianni Versace, and then Hedwig. So they're really, so amazing in different ways, and bringing them into a room with this language and with this story is it's going to be quite an evening. The play itself is a story of 3 small-time crooks. They're in a junk shop in Chicago, and they're very funny, interesting guys, and they get it in their head that they're going to do this heist because a guy comes in and wants to buy a buffalo head nickel, and they think they've been had by the guy, so they want to rob his coin collection. And it's sort of about their version of what the American dream is and pursuing business. It's about loyalty, it's about friendship, it's deeply funny, and it's compassionate, it's moving, and it's a very, very surprising plot. What happens in this play is unexpected, it's explosive, and I think because of the language, it's electric and fun.
I play Teach. Walter Cole is his real name, and he's friends with Donnie DeBro, and they have done business together. They're old friends. They play poker together. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, and they're into some mischief on this particular evening.
Yeah, they're trying to, put together a score. Actually, my character, Donnie DeBro, is trying to put a score together with young Bobby, and Teach kind of insinuates his way into it, and we've all seen better days. We're all sort of struggling. These guys are surviving. They're in survival mode, and they're willing to do whatever they have to do that. And that's one of the things that makes the play so interesting, so watchable, and so wonderful for actors to do.
Yeah, I play Bobby, who's a young man who is, like I keep saying, art imitates life a little bit. Young man trying to gain the approval of the world around him and the guys he's working with. So there's a little piece of me in there with these dudes. But he wants to get a piece of the pie like these guys are trying to get. They've all been slighted in some way and feel, like the world owes them a little bit more than it's given them, and they've got some pretty big chips on their shoulders about that they all share. And he's just looking for, he's looking for a home, and maybe finding it in maybe not the best place.
You're working with one of the best directors, the man sitting right here, Neil Pepe. I call him the Mamet Whisperer.
I was going to say the Mamet Whisperer. Great minds think alike, Richie, but so do we.
What's it like being in the room with him?
It's wonderful. Obviously his relationship and his history with David brings, an invaluable kind of wealth to what we're about to do. And he's really a cool guy on top of it. He's just like really down to earth and really nice and, really human. So we're having a great time.
Yeah, he's got a great bedside manner, and that's always very important with directors, is that they're not a dick, And he's really smart, and he's done a production of this that I did not see with Bill Macy, so he knows the play. And I saw his production of Speed the Plow, which was phenomenal, with Esparza and then Macy and Jeremy Piven. It was phenomenal, and it was tight, and it was dramatic, and it had stakes, and it was beautiful. Yeah.
He's an incredibly thoughtful man and is very considerate of all the pieces, because I think actors come in hot with our ideas about character and stuff, and you think you got an idea about something, and a great director really throws something else. You're like, huh, yeah, totally, and you kind of are mad at yourself that you didn't think of it first, but that's his job, and he has such a delirious comprehension of the piece that really fills in a lot of blanks. Where we're now at a point, I think, where we can just raise our hand and be like, Neil, what's going on here? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And that's nice when you have when the quarterback really knows the play, literally. And it's cool. And it's cool that he's such a cool dude. I thought, oh, he's the Mamet guy. He's probably gonna be a little rough around the edges. I gotta keep it cool, man. But he's just his bedside manner is so accessible that it really makes all this work a joy.
My final question is, because of all your successes on film and television, many people will be coming to the theater for the very first time because, I'm going to see Sam Rockwell in something, or Laurence Fishburne, or Darren Criss. You're going to introduce them to this whole new world of live theater as we were all introduced to. What does that mean to you guys?
Well, that's probably the best gift that we could get as actors. If our presence in this show means that people who haven't come to the theater before are coming, that's the best gift that we could give.
And I'm glad it's this play. This is I was saying earlier. Even if the three of us, God forbid, completely shit the bed, the play is really good. It's a good play, and if you haven't seen a lot of pieces, this is a good one to have in your back pocket when you go, hey, I went to New York once, I saw a play. American Buffalo, that's a good one to check off your list. So if it's us, that's an honor. It's a real privilege, and it makes me look really cool because I was in it with Sam Rockwell and Laurence Fishburne.
Yes, I don't know what to say. That's amazing. What's the question?
Because of your notoriety, yeah. By their answers. Yes. Having new people come to the theater for the first time because you're seeing you in something.
Well, yeah, these guys are electric. I've heard about his Hedwig, and I've seen him on TV and film and stuff, and he's incredible, and he's a baller of a stage actor, and I've seen him on stage, and he can throw down. And we have seen so much great theater as young men that we want to bring that to this. I saw Malkovich in Burn This. I saw him in Two Trains and Thurgood. I saw Jeffrey Wright in Top Dog, Phil in Death of a Salesman, and twice in the True West. And we've seen theater that we want this to be something like that.
We want to inspire others.
I think we've all had the same guiding light, at different parts in our lives, maybe different shows, but I think the things that excite us as we're getting to know each other, it seems to be pretty similar. So the fact that we're trying to, imbibe that same, electricity to what we're doing, hopefully kind of pays it forward and pays it back,
We want to inspire the way we were inspired by others, We've been inspired by generations of actors and writers. So this is our opportunity to do that for other people. Then, we're like, let's go.